Hey everyone, I'm Casey. This is Patina Pit Stop, and today we're going to work on the paint of the station wagon. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time. I'm going to wash the wagon with Scotch-Brite and SOS or Comet cleaning pads. I'm going to try to see if we can make the paint job look a little bit better without ruining the patina. And first of all, I've never done this. I have no idea what I'm doing, so that's pretty on brand for me. And you know, once I do this, there's no going back. If I mess up the patina, I can't unmess it up. So I'm really nervous about doing this, but it's something I've wanted to do for a long time, and I'm ready to try it out and see if we can clean up the wagon a little bit, change the look of it, and still keep it patina authentic. Does that make sense? But before I get to working on this paint job, I have another paint job I have to finish right over there. The whole reason why the wagon is on this side is because about a month or so ago, a friend and I, hey, there's Mortsky, we painted this half of the shop, but we got to get this side painted. And I mean me, because my friend is not available to help me today. And I started this last weekend, and I really I've got to get this finished. This is driving me crazy. I got one wall left to paint, so hang tight while I'll knock this out. It'll be about 15 seconds in the video, but it'll probably take me 2 hours. And I gotta get this done. Could you paint me a Birmingham? Doing things just the way I planned. A little house on the edge of town. Porch going all the way around. Man, I sing good. I ought to be in Nashville.
Bandit, you're reckless and you live much too hard. I'll be in Nashville.
Yes, I know I live in Nashville. Yes, I also know that I can't sing. But the question is, are you entertained?
Are you not entertained?
All right, it's the next day. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. The old rotator cuff is getting a little worn out, but got the wall painted. Now let's get to what the video is really about, is the paint job on the wagon. So as I show you this, I'm gonna give you a little bit of background on why I question the authenticity of the patina on my car. If you look, it looks like there are brush strokes on the car. And I'll show you a couple. There's several different places where it looks like there's these streaky looking lines on the car. And these have been there ever since I got the car. Notice I say got the car, not bought the car. The story is my dad actually gave me this car about 14 years ago now. My brother and I were both in our mid-30s at the time. We had young families. My dad had just retired, and so he gave me this car, and he gave my brother a 57 Chevy 150 two-door Post. He got both the cars running and driving, fixed a bunch of little stuff, and then gave us the cars as like a platform to do whatever we wanted to with them from there. The only stipulation to giving us the car was that we could never sell it while he was alive. And if we sold it, we'd be kicked out of the will. So I don't know what I'm getting in the will, but I'm not selling the car, so it's not for sale. When my dad found the car, he found it at like a hot rod shop. Guy sold old cars and performance parts or something. He got it from another guy, the guy at the hot rod shop. And the story we got is that it was a 6-cylinder Power Glide car. They put a used 350 Chevy in it, a 350 turbo transmission. They put new exhaust on it, and they had the front seat recovered. That's all we can tell they really did. So I don't know where this car was sitting, if it was in a barn, if it was outside, I don't know. And if whoever found this car originally knows, please reach to me, because I'd love to hear some more of the story about it. One of the things, I do know that this is a Georgia car, because that is Marietta, Georgia. And that was Anderson Chevrolet, I think. I looked it up. The goal is, let's see if we can get rid of these lines that are all over the car. I don't know what those are. To me, it makes it look like it's not real patina. The stuff on the hood, I don't know if I'm going to mess with it as much. Like, this looks pretty authentic. That's what I don't like, is the streaks. All right, this is the materials we're going to be using today. Regular, run-of-the-mill SOS pads, Scotch-Brite, warm water. Here we go. We're going to go into circular motion. I'm just going to take a rag. Ooh, that makes the streaks streakier. Let's do down here. Whoa, that looks pretty good. The car is green. Let's do the Scotch-Brite pad. Ooh. I don't know if it's because I'm pushing harder. Yeah, I think they put something on this car to make it look more patina than it is. Ooh, I like that. Let's do some time lapse. See what you guys think as it goes. All right, let me get you guys in a little bit closer. Now, there's some chalkiness. You can see that. I can wipe it off with my hand. So I'm definitely going to have to like wash it with regular soap and water. But that gives you an idea. And here's kind of something cool, especially right here. That's all red factory primer. Let me get a rag. I'll dry this off a little better. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but that's more of like a red primer that's coming through. And I think that looks really cool too. It still has that patina look. I am pretty much convinced at this point that whoever had this car, they put something on it. Something that was blue. I don't know what that was. But whatever that was, I think made it rusty. I don't know. I'm hoping you guys will tell me, the internet will tell me. My dad found this car in 2010, and that was when the rat rod craze was really getting going, and patina and rat rod stuff was really cool. So I don't know if someone had an idea of how to fake the patina, because back then they were still learning how to do it, and they put maybe real rust on the car. I don't know how they did it, but so far I think this looks better. And although I was not going to do the hood, because there's some spots like that, that's like real rust. And like that. But if I can get that blue off and there's green underneath there, I might have to do the hood. This is gonna be a project, but it's gonna be like having a whole new car. Whew. And I'm definitely tired. Yeah, before and after. But I definitely like the green. It really, I don't know, I like that color green, so I think that helps. All right, I couldn't help it. I had to mess with the hood. And things are getting aggressive here. There's green under there. But whatever this blue is, you're not gonna be able to tell on the camera, but I can feel it. There's like ridges. That stuff is really thick. Maybe they got the True Coat. You know, you really should get the True Coat.
Yeah, but that True Coat.
I sat right here and said I didn't want any True Coat.
Yeah, but I'm saying that True Coat, you don't get it. You get oxidation problems. It'll cost you a heck of a lot more than $500.
You're sitting there, you're talking in circles, you're talking like we didn't go over this already.
Yeah, but this True Coat.
I really recommend you get the True Coat, you know. This is a 600 grit. Even it's kind of struggling. Because, I mean, it's getting there. I know I'm jumping all around. I haven't done the bottom, but the bottom's really easy. That right there is hard, and this might be a project for another day. But I've come too far. All right, I figured you guys didn't want to sit there and watch me keep sanding on the car. It took way longer than I thought, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. So let's now do the big reveal, pulling it out of the garage so you guys can see it. Let me show you a couple of the things that I still need to work on, a couple of places where I made mistakes. So as you can see, I went through the paint on the edges there. This side of the car obviously was in the sun or in much worse shape because I went through, there's bare metal there, all along there. I was a little easier on this door, so I didn't go through, but you can still see those, you know, brush strokes that are still in the paint. Passenger side, I'm really happy with. The paint's obviously in better shape on this side of the car. You can see the primer coming through in this area, but I didn't get any bare metal in this part of the car. I got a little bit right there and along this top line edge, which isn't terrible, but I did get a little bit through there. I think I'm going to do the salt and vinegar trick, not the potato chips that you get from Jimmy John's, although those are delicious. Salt, water, and vinegar in a jug and mix it up, and then you spray it on bare metal and it helps it flash rust. So I'm probably going to do that, try to see if that will help flash rust those couple of areas, and I think that will make it look a little bit better. As far as the roof goes, I did a little bit along this part, but I didn't get into that. You know, they call station wagons long roofs for a reason, and that's going to take forever to do all of that. So that's a project for another day. The hood needs a little bit more work. As you can see, there's still some of this blue, which I don't hate, but I don't like the brush strokes, obviously. So, you know, I burned through there. I actually wet sanded the hood. I used 800 and then 600, and then I ended up with 400 grit sandpaper to get the hood cleaned up. Otherwise, it would have taken a lot longer. Obviously, the driver's side needs a lot more work. So I want to get some more of this blue off, but I like the rust on it. So I got to be careful how much more I do. I know it looks goofy because one side of the hood's way better than the other. If once I get this blue off, it'll have a lot more of the green, and maybe I'll dig into that a little bit more. This fender, probably a little bit more work needs to be done. When I got this car, the windshield surround was primered, and so obviously I assume that there were some rust holes that someone fixed, and so I don't know if I'm going to try to dust some teal green paint on there to see if I can make it match, or just leave it. I'm not really positive what direction I'm going to go with that. So now this is the scary part of the video. I am asking for your opinion. What do you think of the wagon now? Did I ruin the patina by washing, Scotch-Briting, SOS pad, Comet washing, wet sanding? Did what I do ruin the patina? Is it more authentic looking now? Is it less authentic? Did you like it when it was rusted more than with the paint color on it? I am really curious to what people think. I was very nervous to do this. Now, I will give you my opinion, and don't let this sway you. I love it. I absolutely love the way the car turned out. It looks so much better to me. I like that it's got a green color. It's not just what color is your car, rust. Now it's green, or teal, I guess is what they call this. I just feel like this makes the car look totally different. Well, obviously it makes the car look totally different, but it's almost like getting a whole new car. It's almost like painting a car. I completely changed the look of the car, and all I did was spend 6 or 8 hours washing and sanding the paint that was already on it. And the car is totally different. I mean, it's not even remotely the same as what it looked like before. I love it, but I'm curious. In the comments, if you would, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And then if you want to expand on that, go ahead and tell me what you think, what you would have done differently. Would you have touched it? Did I go too far? I'm curious to know. But don't only thumbs up the video, but go in the comments and give me a thumbs up or thumbs down on how you feel about the transition, if you like it or not. The next thing is, what do I do next? I know I'm putting Fab Shop. He has buffed out a lot of cars that have a similar paint job or a similar patina look. Should I buff this thing and see if I can make it shine? Should I get some of the Shine Juice or, with Sweet Patina stuff? Shine Juice is Vice Grip Garage. Patina sauce from Sweet Patina. Should I get one of those products and give it that matte sheen finish, or should I buff it, or should I wax it, or should I just say I messed up and repaint the whole car? Well, that's not going to happen. But I do want to know what you guys think. I want to know your opinion. It's not going to hurt my feelings. It's my car, and I can do whatever I want to with it. But I'm curious. I don't know if I want the validation from you guys that it looks okay or it looks better. But I think it does, and I'm curious what you guys think. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, like I said, subscribe to the channel, and the wagon's ready to go drag racing tomorrow, and that will be a video coming up soon. And a lot of things have happened to the car that you guys don't know about, and I'll explain that in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.